25m. Accidentally pooped on my GF's face, 23f. So to preface this, my girlfriend and I are very comfortable around each other. We've been dating about 4 years and honestly have probably gotten a little too comfortable. Hence this accident. So basically we enjoy farting around each other on occasion. I strongly believe fart contests are a healthy part of any LTR. Everyone farts, why hide it? So every once in a while after I get out the shower I'll let out a nice wet cheek flapper around my girlfriend and it usually gets a good chuckle out of both of us. Last night I was feeling extra devilish, so I decided that I would sneak up on my girlfriend after my shower and rip a nice one directly into her face. Well, this turned out to be a very bad decision, because I proceeded to violently spray chunks of fecal matter all over my GF's face as she lay innocently in bed getting ready to doze off. I turned around slowly in horror, realizing what I had done as she proceeded to scream and curse. She immediately leapt up and ran to the shower, and afterwards decided she needed to be alone and went back to her place for the night. I keep trying to call and text her and apologize but she hasn't responded. So basically what I'm asking is, did I ruin the relationship? Is this something we can't recover from and should we break up? Thanks in advance, Scissor. Update. So she finally answered my calls and we had a really long talk. I apologized and made it clear to her that my intentions were not to poop all over her face, but only to fart, which I also realize now is not cool. Nevertheless, she said she doesn't think she could ever be attracted to me after experiencing that, which I understand, so we are going to go our separate ways. This hurts because she was my first GF. She took my virginity. She was everything to me and I literally shit all over her. This is gonna take a while to come back from. I'm not gonna concede that farts aren't funny though. They totally are, and I'll keep farting in my future relationships, albeit to a lesser degree. Thanks Reddit Scissor. Update 2. I feel like I need to address a few things here. Some people are insulting me and saying that I violated her. Let's be clear. My girlfriend loved to fart on me too. She'd be sitting in my lap and let one out. Or we'd be spooning and she'd pass gas. Hell, one time we were even having sex and she let loose right there on my meat. That isn't to say I should have done what I did. But people need to understand this thing I did wasn't completely unwarranted. We were used to laying farts on one another quite often. It's just that this time unfortunately it was more than a fart, and I have paid for that. But you can save the judgments and the calls for me to grow up. I pay my taxes and can do what I please with my flatulence. You shit on her face. What did you think was going to happen? Lol, this is wild. I pray this is true. What the fuck kind of insane relationship and decision making is this? Yes, I imagine if you take a shit on your girlfriend's face, uninvited, it's probably over. But also, you can get an eye infection just from someone farting on your face. People have literally had to have eyes removed because of it. Never fart in someone's face, regardless of how funny you think it is. It's unsanitary as fuck, and therefore dangerous. You are disgusting. One thing is not hiding farts, and another is to fart in someone's face all the time. It's degrading. And farting competitions? Are you in kindergarten or something? This can't be real. Dear God, oh, how we don't deserve your forgiveness. Day after day, we sin, and we fall short of what you have for us. We are unworthy of your mercy, but you offer it to us new every morning. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 23. 22f. Rejected my boyfriend's 32m proposal. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. Aside from his great qualities, he's controlling. We've talked about marriage and I told him I need at least 2 more years. I don't want to be married now. I want to spend a few years with him before we take that big step. He's always expressed how he can't wait to marry me and wants to build a family together. I'm Jamaican, Italian and he's Saudi Arabian. Culture has an influence on his decision to want to get married. He's told me plenty of times he sees no point waiting if we both want marriage. Well, he proposed 3 days ago, while we were on holiday in Greece. I wasn't expecting it, he planned it well. It was beautiful. But I said no. He thought I was joking at first because with me when I'm angry, sad, happy, nervous, I laugh, so he wasn't exactly sure which emotion caused me to laugh. I laughed because I was shocked and nervous. Nervous because I was about to say no and shocked because I wasn't expecting it. I kept saying no and he realized I was serious. He got up from one knee and asked me why. I explained why and he got angry. Really angry, he started speaking his language which he knows I hate because I obviously don't understand. I asked him to speak English and he said I'm ungrateful. He took so much time planning this, given me a wonderful life, and I reject him. I apologized. He walked away, and as he walked away he kicked the decorations. He kept shouting in his language and got real close to me. There was no physical altercation. He's never spoken in Arabic while angry in the past, so I was shocked and felt insulted. He booked us an early flight home, but I didn't want to leave. I wanted to explore Greece more, but under these circumstances it would have been hella awkward to continue staying. We lived together. He's been so angry I can't even talk to him. Every time I try he says, "Don't." I feel so bad. Maybe I should have said yes. Less than these are my feelings, doubts and thoughts that are going through my mind. However, it doesn't necessarily mean I'll act on them. Edit. I don't depend on him. I have my own job and money. I do care for him, that's why I'm struggling to leave. When I say he's controlling, he tells me what I can and cannot do, makes decisions for me, doesn't like me having male friends, doesn't like what I wear, even though I dress the same style before we got together, etc. There's a reason a 30-yo dates a 20-yo and then pushes for marriage in spite of your clear communication. He wants someone he can control, not a partner. If he wanted a partner, he'd have listened to you and respected your wishes. Then he throws a fit when you say no? And tried to manipulate you into a yes by telling you that you owe him? I can appreciate that he's embarrassed. But he brought that on himself. Don't you feel badly about it? I'd find a way to end this. If you live together, plan it out. Not a single person reading this story is surprised this man acted this way. Do you not recognize the giant red flags he's giving out? Do you think those will just magically disappear when you get married? Yeah, don't marry this guy. You're dating someone a decade older than you who, surprise, is controlling. And you think this is going to get better with time? That a 32-year-old is suddenly going to evolve into a non-controlling person? When he chose to date someone barely out of their teens when he was 30. BTW, he didn't physically touch you, but him destroying things and getting really close to you and intimidating is him physically reacting. You shouldn't want a future with this man. 10-year age difference. There's a reason he chased after a 20-year-old, they can be easy to manipulate and control. His behavior should have you running for the hills.